Hey guys, welcome back to Olde Carr Guy. Today we are on a mission. We are headed about 80 miles out of town to go take a look at a Jeep. We do have the trailer in tow, and we're driving the new shop truck. The 2017 Ford F-150. It's an XLT, so it's trimmed out much like the other truck, the 11. Only this one has a few more little creature comforts like built-in Bluetooth and backup camera and all that stuff. We're going to look at a 2008 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo. I generally don't look at these things because, well, they don't interest me much, but this one piqued my interest when I saw that it had the 3-liter Mercedes common rail diesel. The ad said that it did not run, but that was mechanically sound. And when I see mechanically sound, I want to make sure that things like tires, brakes, the engine, the transmission, all that stuff works as it should. They're only asking $1,200 for it. It was marked down from $1,700. And at $1,200, it's probably worth that in scrap. 4 brand new tires, there's probably $800 right there. So we're gonna go take a look at it. I haven't been able to ask very many questions because the lady that was listing it for her husband, and it took her literally a full day each time I messaged for her to respond. So I just said, you know what, I'm gonna pack up the truck and trailer and we'll just go for a nice drive. I got Friday afternoons off, we close at noon. So I said, we'll hook up the trailer, we'll take a drive, we'll see what this thing is, see if it's any good. Now, I will flash some pictures up here while I'm talking so you guys can see. And based on the pictures, everything looks fairly decent. A few little pieces of peeling paint on the fenders. The interior doesn't look too bad. Power driver's seat, got a little bit of a tear there, which is common. And being a Laredo, it's trimmed out really nice. Granted, for 2008, that's what you got. You got a sunroof, you got the wheels, you got the tires, and this common rail diesel has piqued my interest. Why? It's a V6 and it's diesel, torquey, and from what I understand, they're fairly reliable engines. So I figured, you know what, we buy this thing cheap, spend a little bit of money on it, and we'll go ahead and make it a daily driver for my wife this winter, as opposed to driving the Crown Vic. You know, 4-wheel drive. We do get snow here, and it would be there if we need it. Anyways, we aren't too far from where we gotta go, so let's hit the road and we will see you guys when we get there. So apparently it doesn't start. Not enough juice to the battery. Something's going on with the ignition switch, and she's a rusty bugger. Let's get up underneath there and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Here's the rocker panels at the front, all the way down on the inside. Outside's not terrible, maybe some solid back there. Back there, she's gone. I mean, he only wants $1,200 for it, but if I can't even hear it run, apparently the DPF has been deleted. The whole thing's been deleted. 4 brand new tires. Brakes are absolutely shot. And judging by the pictures, I saw this stuff, which I wasn't too concerned about.
Turn the key on.
Keys on, yeah.
Because the last time she did this, I put a hot wire underneath the thing, and it works sometimes, it doesn't work others. So if she didn't work, I opened the hole across, just had them underneath the fuse panel here. So I was checking to see where I had fixed it. If one of Yeah, it's connections that count.
Go ahead.
Oh, she works too.
She don't stink that bad either. No smoke. And that's typical. Dash is lit up. Perform service on something. 4-wheel drive, EPS. Traction control might be off the brakes. 321,000 kilometers. That's like 200,000 miles. And pretty basic in here. But the rust has got me. Well, sadly, that was a bit of a waste of time. I drove about, I don't know, 85, 90 miles to come take a look at this thing. And I took a chance on driving this far to look at it without being able to talk to the guy who was actually selling it, because it was like this lady's husband who's selling it, and he doesn't do Facebook. And she says, well, you give him a call. And I'm like, you know what? Friday afternoon, not much going on. Nice day for a drive. And it just needs way, way, way too much. Even for me just to sit there and drive it for a little while. I think that we can't take that chance. The ignition switch was screwed up. There was something going on there. He had to jump start it with a wire. Needs a battery. There's $150 these days. Rocker panels, I can do all that myself, but like a lot of that stuff was gone, especially on the driver's side. So you could be into it for, you know, several days worth of work. And then you still got a rusty vehicle when everything's all said and done. Tires were good, yes. Brakes all the way around. Inside the right rear was locking up when I first started rolling with it. And it sounded like the parking brakes had let go inside the hat. So, you know, he was asking $1,200 down from 17. He said I could have it for $1,000. I know there's $1,000 worth of stuff there, but I'm not going to buy it for $1,000 just to go through the hassle of selling everything that's got value on it for $1,000 to get $1,000 out of it. So I'm in it to drive it for a while, make a few bucks on it. And if I can't do that, it's not worth it. I was thinking about having that for my wife to drive for the winter as opposed to the Crown Vic, because, well, 4-wheel drives are better in the snow than a rear-wheel drive Crown Vic. So when he said he'd let me have it for $1,000, I said, well, I was thinking about $500 to help you cover the cost of the tires. And he says he couldn't do that. And he's got a little bit of a salvage operation. He knows he can get $1,000 out of it. And he's not wrong. But that's the business he's in, not the business that I'm in. So we're getting back on the highway, headed home, empty trailer. And well, sometimes them's the breaks. That's what you got to do when you're doing a side hustle, to find vehicles that you can buy to drive for a bit, get the bugs worked out, flip them, make a few bucks. These are the things you got to do. You know, waste a little bit of time sometimes. So guys, if you enjoyed this little bit of a video, I know it wasn't a very long one, but if you enjoyed it, please like it, hit subscribe. We're always running, looking for stuff, flipping, fixing, all that sort of thing. And of course we do videos on it all as well. We're getting ready to do an LS swap on the Suburban. We've got a couple of Crown Vics already that we're working on. So if you guys like that stuff, make sure you stick around. Stay focused on the windshield, not the rear view mirror. I love you guys. God bless. Let's do it again in the next video.